Peter Knights is the executive director for WildAid. That's a conservation group that works to reduce wildlife products. And I asked him about the animals at greatest risk and what the international community is doing to protect them.
Well, obviously, big cats are iconic. You have lions and tigers, cheetahs, leopards. These are all very well-known animals, well-loved by people. In fact, I think the tiger is the most popular animal in the world. And all these animals are seriously under threat, partly from loss of habitat with deforestation, but also hunting for trade as well is a major problem for most of these animals.
And talk to us about China. The government there is focusing on tigers as well as snow leopards. What more can you tell us about the status of those particular cats and the efforts to save them?
Well, very sadly, the South China tiger is extinct in the wild right now. They are trying to breed some in South Africa to bring them back, but in the wild, they're gone. Meanwhile, in the north of China, they've just set up a massive new park to protect the Siberian tiger, which actually is both in Russia and in China. So there's a big new park project underway. It's partly with some international finance, but set up by the Chinese government. And that's hopefully to rebuild that tiger population up in the north.
And what about the snow leopards?
Snow leopards are also in a lot of trouble. There are different reserves set up for them. The trade in their fur is banned, but they are being hunted nevertheless. And, you know, with climate change as well, their habitat is actually reducing.
So how does this all play into some of the other conservation efforts in China with banning ivory, the shark fin, helping the panda population?
Well, it's the first big initiative that China's had on their tiger population in the north with the Siberian tiger. Obviously, we know that the pandas has been something of a success story, and their populations are coming back. We hope the same can happen with the Siberian tiger in China, too. You know, if that population can come back to safer levels, then that is the largest tiger species. It is the largest big cat, in fact. And so that would be a great victory if we can bring back those numbers.
So are you hopeful or even optimistic for the big cats, some of the strongest predators in the world?
Well, you know, there's good and bad news. The tigers have been around 3,500 for a while now. They haven't gone down any further, which is encouraging. Lions, however, in Africa are declining quite rapidly. There's less than 20,000 left. And the threats there is mainly the habitat loss with agriculture and human population expansion. And that really needs a new approach and a bigger continent-wide attempt to rescue the lions from their demise.
And is there anything that you'd want people to know in general this World Wildlife Day, with the big cats being the focus?
Well, please never buy any big cat products, any skins, claws, the bones. These are the trade issues that are driving them to extinction. The other problem they have is habitat loss, and of course that's more complicated. But you know, try not to buy products, for example, from timber that's been unsustainably harvested. That's one of the problems facing the Siberian tiger, is an illegal timber trade. So be careful what you buy. That's one way you can directly influence and help the big cats of the world.